Yes.
All right. This dough has been, can you get the picture of the dough? This dough has been rising for 75 minutes after we did the auto-lees process and the kneading. So it's now ready to do what they used to call punching down, and it doesn't work as well as this new technique that is a fold and stretch technique that you do with wet doughs, and it makes the bread much lighter and the texture's better, and it just works beautifully. So what we're gonna do is, this is a clean surface, and I'm putting some flour down on it. I don't want to put too much flour. So do you see how I do it with my hand cupped up, and I just let it sprinkle through the fingers, and that works beautifully. So there's a little extra flour. Now I'm taking this, which is called a bench knife. They have metal ones, but I love the plastic ones because they don't mess up the dough. And the point at this point is to keep the dough from getting deflated. It's risen beautifully. This is I have Pam on the surface of this pan, and we just pour it out, and it's a beautiful consistency and texture. This is the bran bread. And it just pours out. If you need to, you can take the bench knife and scoop it out. But everything at this point is to be as gentle as possible. So I just want my hands to have a little bit of flour on them, and I'm going to fold and stretch this dough twice. So I start at the top and very gently pull it up, stretch it out, and place it down. A little more on my hands. Pull it to get my hands underneath it very gently, stretch it and pull it out, and put it on top. And it starts making a little package. I'm going to do this again. Stretch it and fold. A little more on my hands. We don't even need to put any more flour on the dough because it's just beautiful proportions and texture. If it's too wet, just control it with little tiny sprinkles of flour on top. Okay, one last stretch. Fold, stretch, and fold. Okay, so you have this beautiful package again. What I'm going to do is take it and put it right back into the bowl. So I put my hands under it, like this. Put it right here. And I can let it rise again. However, with this bran bread, I am ready to go ahead and let it rest a little bit and put it into loaves. So I didn't need to do that. I pull it out, but that would be if you were going to let it rise again like a baguette. So here, I doubled the recipe to make 4 loaves. So I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces as equal as possible. If you can't get them equal and you want to check, just weigh them, and that'll do it. I've done it long enough that I have sort of an eyeball weigh. But here I'm just cutting it in half. Nothing, it's just really nice texture. Then I'll cut this one in half. I will wait 5 minutes for these, then I will come back and put them in the pans. And during this 5 minutes, I don't want them to dry out, so I'll cover them again with the plastic wrap. And the towel I had, and that'll keep them sort of protected. I'll just leave them there for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back, do the same little fold thing, and I'll show you how to make the loaves, okay?